quiet of night, I whispered my plea, holding her close, hoping for her decree.
Before dawn, a sluice gate clicks, and the fields drink. Who decides when a village gets water? And why does that choice shape a life? You're listening to Ancient Echoes. I'm Samnang Bradley, heritage storyteller, and with me is Sovan Lida, who keeps us honest about the maps and the methods. Together we'll walk canals, listen to people who tend them, and follow the engineering into everyday life.
Right. I'll flag sources and contested points as we go. Look for LiDAR and colonial-era maps in the notes.
Start with a picture. West Baray, an open mirror of water roughly 2,500 hectares across, sits like a quiet engine beside temple mounds. It's easy to call it beautiful. It's harder to hear it as a technology that stored rain, timed harvests, and shaped ceremony.
Exactly. From an archaeological perspective, LiDAR surveys from the 2010s revealed networks of canals radiating from those basins, some straight, some braided, and scholars debate how much was central planning versus incremental local work. We'll point listeners to the specific studies in our show notes. LiDAR Studies, 2012 to 2016.
But the ground tells a different kind of truth. I met Che. He wakes before dawn, walks a narrow bund, and runs his hand along the clay lip of a canal near village name. He said something simple and sharp. We listen for the leak. That line stayed with me.
Tell me more. What does listen look like in practice?
Che crouches, palms the bank, watches the surface for tiny eddies, times the gate with an elder's nod, and sometimes, on a small repair day, calls neighbors with a bamboo trumpet. It's tactile labor, hauling silt, packing clay, cutting reed. The community does maintenance as ritual and duty. There's a small ceremony before the first flow. Steamed rice, a tiny offering by the gate, and a quiet blessing. Che smiled and said, if the water comes at the wrong moon, the rice answers with fewer grains. That's not superstition alone. It's a temporal metric. Timing matters for planting and for faith in the system.
I want to push on one point. There's a popular story that Angkor's hydraulics were a single, centrally controlled system. I'm not sure I buy that as a complete picture.
Are you saying we overcredit the royal planners and undercredit the village hands?
Exactly. The evidence suggests a hybrid. Grand reservoirs and embankments exist, yes, machines of state capacity, but daily sumptioning depended on local improvisation, seasonal repairs, and customary rules. That's governance as practice, not just decree.
I agree. The image I like is two hands, one carving ambition into stone, the other stitching it into use every season. That friction between scale and smallness is part of the story we want listeners to hold.
Right, and those small practices leave traces archaeologists can miss. Scoured banks, patched bunds, local place names that point to repairs. That's why fieldwork and oral history matter, alongside remote sensing. Colonial surveys and oral history collections.
Let me paint a mechanic for listeners. A baray is more than a pond. Think of it like a seasonal battery. Store wet season water, release slow pulses during planting. Engineers today talk about gradients and drawdown. For villagers, the baray is a timing device for life. No way.
No way. It's a helpful image. And there are technical tricks. Stone sluices, wooden gates, and in places, siphon-like channels that move water across low points. Sediment management was constant work. Uncontrolled silt can change a canal in a single season.
That sediment point matters. One archaeologist told me you can read decades of maintenance in a single embankment if you know what to look for. Those marks are memory in earth.
We included a long ambisonic stretch in the field recordings for this episode. Water through sluices, distant temple bells, market chatter, so listeners can map activity by sound. Listen closely for the pattern of work: morning repairs, midday rest, evening gate checks. Back with you. Governance today often blends tradition and new tools. In one commune, women keep a ledger, a handwritten record of who opened a gate and who owes labor. When NGOs introduced pumps, the ledger adapted. The social system bent, not broke.
I loved that detail, the ledger as a living document. It reminded me how durable local knowledge is. I asked a young woman there if she wanted the pumps to replace old practices. She said, "They help, but we still need to know when the gate opens." That answer was full of care and negotiation.
A practical visitor note: if you come to see waterways, treat them as working landscapes. Ask permission before crossing a field, hire a local guide, and avoid framing people as scenery. Also, shoulder seasons are best, just after the first rains, usually May, June, when sluices move and repairs are visible.
Bring waterproof shoes and bring patience. Some stories arrive as the gate closes and the sun slides in.
We'll include full citations and field credits in the notes: LiDAR papers, colonial surveys, oral histories, and the teams who shared recordings. Editors, please add the exact references for the LiDAR and sediment studies flagged earlier.
Before we go, one small image. An elder took my hand and pointed at the canal as if introducing a relative. "She brings rice," he said, and then laughed. That mix of tenderness and practicality, water as kin and tool, that's the thing I keep walking away with.
The deeper story is that engineering, ritual, and everyday care are braided. If conservation and planning listen to those braided voices, they'll preserve harvests and histories both.
If this episode moved you, subscribe to Ancient Echoes for more journeys, temple stories, village kitchens, and the people who keep Khmer traditions alive. Quiet stones, loud stories.
Find transcripts, source citations, and recording credits on our website. Share this episode with someone curious about how people shape and are shaped by water. Listen closely. The layers matter.
Oh, shining diamond, flawless and red, you stand so quiet, soft in the air. I dared not to rush you, feared you'd flee. Your heart too pure to belong to me. If you turn away, I reach and bind, press my hand, still body and mind. Your brows I trace, your breath I steal. This mark I place is dark and real. From this moment break and fall, hear the spell, obey the call. False love born from sacred lies, second one whispers through closed eyes. Follow me, don't fight, don't run, your soul is caught, my work is done. Crystal beauty, diamond bright, caught between shadow, charm and night. Time won't save you, truth won't last. This vow is carved, the line is cast. My words are smoke, my touch is fire. I bend your heart to dark desire.